Fatima Titi, born in Bida, Niger State, in a street called Masaga. She was originally Nupepa tribe. That is the same blessed woman that our elder sister is named after. His birth, born in Lokoja in the year 1903. We took the pain to ask Sheikh when he was alive, why are you 1903? We thought it would be 1885 or whatever. He said no. He learned Sheikh Ibrahim Inyas was born 1900 and he would not want to be told that or he's older than Sheikh Ibrahim Inyas. And for that reason, he wants to maintain that position. So we decided to maintain 1903. He was under the care of his parents at the same time, attended Quranic education with prominent Sheikh Malam Muhammad. Please, I'm very sorry, that's a correction. Malam Muhammad Usman Muhammad. Alpha Manko, not popularly known as Alpha Isabata, Kwatankutu, area of Lokoja City. Those who know there, if you go to Kwatankutu, around Remy, you will see the grave there. Baba has always told us that that is his home. That is his home. That is his home. And he will never forget that house. Where Sheikh is currently being buried. At the age of 25, Sheikh had completed the study of great Islamic textbooks, covering different areas like fiqh, Islamic jurisprudence, hadith, nahu, balaga, tafsir, etc. from different Islamic scholars like Malam Bakanu, Malam Manzari, Malam Mahmoud Yola, Malam Abubakar Yola, Malam Hassan, Malam Rashidu, Malam Armani, Malam Rufai, Malam Abdul Karim, Malam Muhammad Dobbo, Malam Kabiru, Malam Abdullahi Dalile, Malam Ramon them, in his further quest for knowledge of Sufism, that is Islamic order, he received mentoring from the following sheikhs: Sheikh Abdullahi Zaria, Sheikh Abubakar Atiku Kano, Sheikh Usman Yemmota, Sheikh Muhammad Abdullahi Ojara, Sheikh Abubakar Mijiyewa, all of Kano. Sheikh was privileged in his education. He attended different schools. One, the first school, and that was why he had his Quranic education, Sheikh Usman bin Muhammad Alfa Isabat Arabic School at Kwatankutu there, between 1907 to 1911. Two special scholars Islamic schools, 1911 to 1928. What we meant here by special scholars, Sheikh has no specific malam. He can go from 3-5 sheikhs, malam, in a day, between one house to the other, within a day or two. So as soon as he's back from his office, he's out into that. So that's why we call them special Islamic schools. 3 Crada Memorial School, that is CMS. This school opposite us right away. Presently Bishop Crada, 1929 to 1935. Next, School of Arabic Studies, SAS, 1950 to 1953. That is where they met with the late Adun Bayero and his likes. 5. Institute of Administration, now ABU. It was initially Institute of Administration. And that was between 1960 to 1962. Employments. 1. He was a market overseer in the Lokoja Native Authority between 1935 to 1940. 2. Tax scribe and the tax collector, Lokoja Native Authority between 1940 to 1954. 3. He was an instructor in the Muslim Law Nigerian Police College, Kaduna, where many police officers were trained, like the likes of MJ Yusuf, the likes of Well, there are many of them. Employment 2, 1, Alkali Woje. The court today is called Magajin Gari area around the Katina roundabout in Kaduna between 1966 to 1967. He was equally President Ms. Court Kaduna between 1967 to 1968. He became acting judge Upper Area Court between 1968 to 1969. He became full judge Upper Area Court between 1969 to 1971. Many did not know that this happened, but we will talk about that. He retired as a judge in the Upper Area Court, the present customary court in Lokoja in 1971. And since then, he has been into Dawa and just mentioned the dimension. Okay, Employment 3. Kadi, Upper Area Court in the Kwara State. Between 72, that means he had service transfer from northern Nigeria back to Kwara between 72 to 1975, and he retired from active service of Kwara State government in 1975. Since then, he has been into Dawa. He strives in the spread of Islam, the path of Tijaniya and Ibrahimiyya. Sheikh was involved in various activities that enhances the spread of Islam as exemplified in the following. Through his preachings, Sheikh has started preaching ever before we were born. Many of us grew to see him preaching. I don't know when he started, but my elders are here, they know when he started. Teaching various Islamic books and his various positions in service to humanity and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Apart from this, he was a living example of justice and good morals in the discharge of his duties. Those who will do justice to that aspect will come after I must have left this city, inshallah. His effort towards the spread of Islam led to the formation of Iman, Islamic Missionary Association of Nigeria, in Iberaland, Okuland, Oroland, Pakandaland, and others. And then went as far as to Auchi, Jatu, Agadabodi, Ilushi, Jigana, in the present day Edo State. My Imam Babu is here. He knows Baba Ejibunu and how he has worked when they were alive. May I have Rama on them? In his efforts, apart from this, his efforts in the spread of Islam went as far as to Warri, Benin City, Onitsha, Afiko, and even as far as Port Harcourt. Many of us know the history of Onitsha, and Sheikh Salisu lived a very mighty legacy. For those who know Onitsha, and our elders are here, they can testify to that. Sufism development. He was ordained into Sufism, that is given the permission to commence the path of Sufism, Tariqa Tijaniya, to Sheikh Hafizu Adamu bin Abu Bakr. In fact, we made searches, we could not get the real date. But it was the Sheikh that really gave him Tariqa Tijaniya initially, ever before his contact with Sheikh Ibrahim Inyas. That is, he was at the below age of 25. He continued his efforts strongly with the spread of Sufism, struggling in this part until Sheikh Hafizu later strengthened the permission and other adherents within Bassa land, Igala land, extending to Makodi, Oturko, and Iseburu. In fact, at one point in time, people thought Sheikh was originally Igala because of his influences and then the nature of his adherents. Sheikh continued until Sheikh Ibrahim Inyas appeared and became known in Nigeria in 1951. Sheikh Ibrahim Inyas had already met the great-grandfather of Sanusi, and Sheikh at one point in time came to Nigeria without anybody knowing. He came singly. That time Sheikh was in Kaduna. And that is when Sheikh equally met with Sheikh Ibrahim Inyas. While in service in the Nigerian Police College, he met with Sheikh Ibrahim Inyas on return. No initiation into Sufism part at that time. Sheikh Muhammad Ojara Kano then granted Sheikh Shuaibu permission Toribia of the Sufist order in 1955. But meanwhile, Sheikh met an advisor. That's a friend of mine somewhere in Ibadan. As we are going, please try and meet so that you don't miss him. And that is our father, our eminence, His Eminence Sheikh Yusuf Abdullah Al-Lokoji. While he was in Ibadan, Sheikh demanded that Sheikh Ojara have contact with Sheikh Yusuf at Ibadan, and he was duly initiated into Sufism. Sheikh later met with Sheikh Ibrahim Kola. He made visits to Fars, Morocco, Tunisia, Egypt, most especially yearly pilgrimage on to Hajj until 1983. Alhamdulillah, I cannot go beyond this level. Commentators are there. May Allah have Rama on him, and may Allah continue to have Rama on us in entirety. Subhanahu wa ta'ala, wa salamu ala al-mursalin. Alhamdulillah.